All right, hello, hi everyone. Hi, can you see me? Can you hear me? Please let me know. Hi, give me a thumbs up if I'm clearly audible to you, if I'm visible to you. All right, perfect. Good evening. Hi, how are you doing? It's been a while. कौन है ये दिस नैतिक 1 मिनट को जो लेट बोलता है वो स्टूडेंट तो मुझे बहुत ही पसंद है. दैट्स फैंटास्टिक. All right, great. How are we doing? It's been a while. So first, let's catch up. How have you all been? क्या हाल है 90s? Hi. Hello, पीयूष, प्रिशा, प्रिया. ये सारे पीपी से क्यों है सबके नाम? नेहा, हर्षित, यश, नंदिनी. What's up? Hi, Shruti. I hope you're having a good day. Hi, Gungun. Yes, after a long, long time. All fine, that's good. ऐसे ही होना चाहिए, हमेशा fine ही होना चाहिए. Yes, Astha, I'm so happy and excited to be here after such a long time. But I hope you've been finding the short videos helpful. That was for you to be able to revise all your concepts. Okay, great. So, you know what's in your syllabus for the writing section, I hope. So this is for you 90s, your one shot for writing. So let's get started. पहले मुझे बताओ किस किस को पता है क्या आता है writing section में, जल्दी से. Tell me in the chat. Thank you, Siddhan. That's very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Very good. सब कुछ ही आता है, कुछ नहीं आता है. चलो, डायरी एंट्री तो सबको पता है. डिस्क्रिप्टिव पैराग्राफ भी आ गया. और एक और चीज हम जो करने वाले आज, स्टोरी राइटिंग. ठीक है, ऑल राइट. सो लेट्स गेट राइट टू इट बिकॉज हमें 3 चीजें कवर करनी है. दिस इज व्हाट वी विल बी कवरिंग टुडे. अरे एग्जाम इज टुमारो, आस्था. ओह नो. सो लेट्स गो जल्दी जल्दी. ठीक है. So before we get started, these are the things that we'll be covering in today's class. So वो ध्यान से देख लो. We have descriptive, paragraph, story writing and diary entry. Okay? कुलदीप, टेंसेस तो अब ग्रामर के सेशन में होगा ना? होगा, मैं आपको डेट बता दूंगी जल्दी से. ठीक है? It will be posted on the channel. So let's get started with descriptive paragraph. ठीक है? अब descriptive paragraph start करने से पहले I want you to quickly tell me कि हमारी सारी सेंसेस क्या क्या है. आई वांट टू सी कौन मुझे पहले बताता है. व्हाट आर आवर 5 सेंसेस? अगर अच्छा, सम ब्राइटनेस इज टू हाई. अरे तो मैं थोड़ा सा अगर शाइन कर रही हूँ तो प्रॉब्लम है क्या आपको? बट नो, वी आर ट्राइंग टू फिक्स इट. डोंट वरी, विल फिक्स इट. ओके, टिल देन लिसन टू व्हाट आई एम सेइंग एंड आंसर माय क्वेश्चन. ओके, सारे एक एक करके क्यों बता रहे हो? सब अब 5 बताओ एक ही बार में. यस, वत्सा, यूपीएससी वत्सा अकेडमी. Talking all the time. हाँ, and now I'm invisible. It's okay, I'll come back. थोड़ी भूतिया हो रखी हूँ मैं, I know अभी. It'll get fixed soon. हाँ, so what do you do? Sight, smell, hearing, touch. Yes, these are the things that you do with your different senses, है ना? Okay. क्या करूँ स्पिनिंग की? अब मैं बुढ़ी हो रही हूँ तो बाल तो वाइट हो ही जाएंगे ना थोड़े से. अब क्या कर सकते हैं? एजिंग इज अ नॉर्मल नेचुरल प्रोसेस. हाँ, ठीक है. सो दीज आर आवर 5 सेंसेस. नाउ व्हाट आर वी गोइंग टू डू? वी आर गोइंग टू यूज ऑल ऑफ दीज 5 सेंसेस इन आवर डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग. ठीक है? सो इफ यू रीड समथिंग दैट इज वेरी वेरी इम्पैक्टफुल, जो आपको पढ़ के एकदम मजा आ जाता है, वो मजा पता है क्यों आता है? बिकॉज यू आर एबल टू इमेजिन वेरी क्लियरली कि जो ऑथर बता रहे हैं वो दिखता कैसा है, वो सुनाई कैसा देता है, वो स्मेल कैसे करता है, उसको टच करोगे तो वो फील कैसे करता है। इंग्लिश में हमारे पास बहुत अच्छे अच्छे वर्ड्स है इन सारी चीज़ों को डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए, तो हम उन वर्ड्स का यूज़ करेंगे। और इसको हम कुछ कहते हैं, इसको एक पोएटिक डिवाइस है, इसका नाम कोई मुझे बताएगा तो उसको बहुत बढ़िया शाउट आउट मिलने वाला है। अभी नाम क्या है उस चीज़ का जिसमें हम इतनी अच्छी डिस्क्रिप्शन देते हैं किसी चीज की कि आपको लगता है कि आप वहीं पहुंचे हुए हो। नहीं, इट्स नॉट मेटाफर, इट्स नॉट आयरनी, नो, it starts with sanskar is oh, very good, Divyansh Tripathi gamer has won this game. It's imagery. वेरी गुड दिव्यांश, क्लैप्स फॉर यू। इट्स इमेजरी। क्यों? क्योंकि इमेज बन जाती है आपके दिमाग में। इमेजरी का हम यूज करेंगे। हम मेटाफर सिमिली का भी यूज कर सकते हैं। जितने पोएटिक डिवाइसेस आप यूज करो उतना बढ़िया आपका पैराग्राफ हो जाएगा। पर मेन चीज हमारी 5 सेंसेस के लिए जो अलग अलग वर्ड्स हैं हमारे पास, उनको यूज करके इमेजरी बनाएंगे। ठीक है, that's how you will write. Now let me give you an example. I've written down 2 sentences for you. You tell me which one is better. Listen to it, tell me which one is better. The tree was tall and green. First sentence. Second sentence. The soft and damp pink flowers of the dogwood tree smelled sweet in the cool spring air as the wind whistled through its yellow-green leaves. Already second one बोल दिया अभय ने. Okay? But which one sounds better to you? The second one, right? Because you can clearly imagine कौन सा ट्री डॉगवुड ट्री था, ओके, कैसे स्मेल करता था, कैसा दिखता था, किस कलर के फ्लावर्स थे, किस कलर के लीव्स से, आप कितनी डिटेल पिक्चर बन गई दिमाग में, है ना? This is what we are going to try and achieve, okay? Now, I want you to remember one thing which a lot of you struggle with. I know it starts with V. It's a very scary word. Villain, vampire नहीं, vocabulary की बात कर रही हूँ मैं. Okay? Vocabulary अगर आपकी उस लेवल तक नहीं है जिस लेवल के मैं आपको अभी सेंटेंसेस बता रही हूँ या जिस लेवल के मैं आपको पैराग्राफ्स दिखाऊंगी, तो आपको टेंशन नहीं लेनी है. आपकी जितनी vocabulary है आप उसको यूज करेंगे. ठीक है, जितना आता है उसको अच्छे से यूज करो और धीरे धीरे योर वोकैबुलरी विल गेट बेटर. नो वरीज. ठीक है, सो बाय लिसनिंग टू दीज सेंटेंसेस, लुकिंग एट पैराग्राफ्स विद डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स इज हाउ यू विल increase your vocabulary. But till the time it's not there, you will use the words that you already know. No problem. Okay? Alright, so let's see करना क्या है और कैसे करना है. Screen I know is not clear right now. It's getting fixed. It's in the process of getting fixed. Okay, till that time I'm so sorry. Please bear with me, and I hope my audio is clear so you can listen to what I'm saying. Right? Okay. It should be fixed now. It's fixed now. Okay. All right. ठीक है. Very good, Abhay. That's a very nice thing. You said a writer-director like mindset. So you imagine what you want to describe and use the perfect words to describe it so that the person who's reading it can also imagine it the same way as you. Okay? Alright, let's get to it. Now what are you going to do? You're going to begin with the given topic and follow sequential organization, conclude with a summarized opinion, and you need to adhere to your word limit. There are many disadvantages to not adhering to your word limit. First of all, you will go off and off and off और आप पता नहीं कितनी कहानियां बता दोगे, तो हमें उतना बड़ा तो कुछ लिखना है नहीं. दूसरी बात, you're wasting a lot of time. ठीक है, आपको जितने वर्ड लिमिट, जो आपको वर्ड लिमिट दी गई है, आपको उतने ही मार्क्स मिलने हैं, उससे ज़्यादा लिखने से ज़्यादा तो मिलने नहीं वाले. सो यू वेस्टिंग टाइम. एंड थर्डली, द मोर यू राइट द हायर योर चांसेस ऑफ मेकिंग अ मिस्टेक. ठीक है, यू इंक्रीजिंग योर चांसेस ऑफ मेकिंग मिस्टेक्स. सो stick to the word limit. ज़्यादा लिखने से ज़्यादा मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे. Keep the topic in focus and logically highlight key points. So basically you need to prepare first in your brain कि मैं लिखने क्या वाला हूँ, कैसे लिखने वाली हूँ, all of that, okay? And then you will, so Kiran, you will get to know about the topic because you will get help from the question only. Don't worry about that, okay? And each paragraph, मतलब whatever you're writing, don't talk about too many things. Try to stick to the topic. Okay, and vary sentence construction, so not every sentence should sound similar. Try to put in some mirch masala in your paragraph. ठीक है, खाना कैसा टेस्ट अच्छा करता है जिसमें अलग अलग मसाले अच्छे से डाले होते हैं, राइट? So that's what you're going to do in your writing also. Okay? And like I said, imagery का पूरा use करेंगे. Think about all your 5 senses and the different words. If you know any metaphors and similes, feel free to include them. The more poetic language you include in your writing, the better it sounds. That's why poetic language exists in the first place. Okay? So there are many descriptive adjectives. You know, you can use adjectives or even adverbs to describe different things. Adverbs for different things that people are doing and adjectives for the way things are. Okay? So try to use those descriptive adjectives: clumsy, grumpy, annoying, adventurous. Okay? And try, मतलब अपनी जितनी imagination है ना निचोड़ के निकाल दो. Don't hold back, because there's an entire universe inside this head of yours. So try to bring that out through your writing. Okay? Alright, now here we are. This is your question. And see, you have pointers also. So you will have pointers to help you out. Write a descriptive paragraph in about 100 to 150 words on Gregory, my pet cat. Use the input given below. So what's the good part over here? You have all this input given below. ठीक है? What are the things that you already know? You know the name Gregory. It's given you a description about Gregory also. What does it say? Ebony coat and bright and curious eyes. Ebony. Who will tell me what the word ebony means without googling it? Harshit, you don't have to fixate on the word limit. It's not like मैं गिनूंगा कि मैंने कितने words लिखे हैं. You know कि आपने इतना लिखा हुआ है, this much, तो वो more or less आपकी handwriting के हिसाब से आप कितनी space लेते हो. आप लिख के देखो exactly एक 100-150 words के कुछ भी. Copy भी कर लो कि online, कोई problem नहीं है. अभी जो मैं paragraph दिखाऊंगी वो ही अपने copy कर लेना. आपकी हैंडराइटिंग कितनी बड़ी है उस हिसाब से आपको पता चल जाएगा कि अप्रोक्सीमेटली आप कितने स्पेस में एक पेज पे 150 वर्ड्स लिख लेते हो. उस स्पेस का अप्रोक्सीमेशन लेके चलोगे एग्जाम में. ओके? ऑल राइट. ओके, सो ebony. Ebony means the cat is black, because ebony is the wood of certain trees which is black in color. Okay, so whenever something is very shiny and black, beautiful black, we call it ebony. Okay? Ebony coat है, bright, curious eyes है, playful antics. Antics क्या होता है? Antics are the different things that you do that are entertaining. मतलब हरकतें. उसकी हरकतें क्या है? Chasing feathers. Okay? Pouncing on shadows. Pouncing मतलब ऐसे देखा है ना बिल्ली को कूदते हुए. Antics is हरकतें. Okay? So pouncing on shadows. Comforting presence, soothing purring. Purring is the, if you have a cat, or if you've ever been close to a cat, when the cat is very happy, it'll make this sound. It starts vibrating and it sounds like a motor is running. Okay, that is what we call purring. All right, and it has a very affectionate nature. It curls up in your lap, तो ऐसे अपने आप को राउंड सा बना के आपकी लैप में सो जाता है. Inseparable part of the family. And what is the emotional impact? Leaves paw prints on heart. This is a poetic way of saying that दिल पे छाप छोड़ दिया है किसी ने, बोलते हैं ना हम, तो leaves paw prints on the heart. Okay? So we're going to use all of this information to write a paragraph. And in our paragraph, like I said, we are going to make use of imagery. So we're going to try and create an atmosphere of a house जहाँ पे Gregory नाम की cat है, and all the things that Gregory does and the way Gregory looks. Okay? All right, here we are. Gregory, my beloved pet cat, is a bundle of feline charm that fills my days with joy. What does feline charm means? Charm तो आपको पता है कि कोई जब आपको कोई मिलता है और आपको उसको देख के एकदम से बहुत अच्छा लगता है बिकॉज उनकी पर्सनालिटी इतनी स्ट्राइकिंग होती है, तो वो जो चार्म है, जो खुशी है जो वो लेके आते हैं, दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ चार्म. फीलाइन मतलब एनीथिंग रिलेटेड टू द कैट फैमिली. ओके, इवन लायंस एंड टाइगर्स वी रेफर टू एज फीलाइन. सो व्हेनेवर वी क्लासिफाई समथिंग इन द कैट फैमिली वी रेफर टू इट एज फीलाइन. ऐसे जब कोई डॉग फैमिली में होता है तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? कैनाइन, है ना? यस. So it's a bundle of feline charm that fills my days with joy. With his sleek ebony coat and bright curious eyes, he effortlessly captivates everyone's attention. Captivates मतलब captures, ठीक है? His playful antics are a source of endless entertainment, whether he's chasing after a feather or pouncing on a moving shadow. Gregory's presence brings a comforting warmth to our home. His gentle purring is like a soothing melody that accompanies quiet moments. Despite his independent nature, he's quick to shower affection, often curling up in my lap with a soft rumble of contentment. Contentment मतलब satisfaction. जब आप खुश होते हो, satisfied होते हो, that's when you're content. Through the years, Gregory has become an inseparable part of our family, his paw prints leaving indelible imprints on our hearts. Indelible का मतलब something that is impossible to forget or remove, permanent, ठीक है? Indelible imprints on our heart, okay? All right. Any other doubts in this? Or you see the method in which we have used all of that information we already had and converted it into a paragraph. Okay, hi. ठीक है. See, your word limit is what, 100 to 150 words. Try to stick to the lower end of that limit. Even if you go beyond a little, it's fine. But you try to go for the lower end of that limit. Okay? All right. क्या doubt है जल्दी पूछो. ठीक है. Meanwhile, we'll go to the second one. Now, here is the second one. Yes, you will be given these hints. The second one is, write a descriptive paragraph in about 100 to 120 words on my grandmother. Use the inputs given below. If it's a very easy prompt, then agar inputs required nahi, it's something that you will already know about, then inputs might not be given. But if it's something slightly more difficult or advanced, then inputs will be given and you can use those inputs. Okay? Yes, you can use your own adjectives for sure. Just make sure you're using them correctly. So use the words that you're absolutely sure about. Alright. Here are the inputs. Most amazing person, always puts a smile on our faces, funniest laugh, help anyone no matter what the situation was, always welcomes guests, could talk to her about anything, makes the best idlis and payasam, raised me to be a better person, everybody who meets her will cherish her forever. Okay? Here. Now there is nothing I think that requires additional explanation over here. So quickly go through it. If you have any questions, ask me. I don't think there are any words here that are very difficult. See, here's an example of not using बहुत ही high-end vocabulary, not using very difficult words and still writing a good paragraph, okay? And this is exactly 111 words ka paragraph, okay? Yes, it's better to, might as well write a title. Go ahead and write a title. ठीक है? Naitik, you don't know what payasam is. Payasam is like, आप अगर if you're from the north, तो आपने सेवियाँ या सेवई, if you eat, that's kind of like payasam. It's a sweet dish. See, here there's no clear intro and conclusion like I will begin my paragraph by saying or I'd like to end my paragraph. ऐसा नहीं है. But you have a logical flow. That's all. Intro, conclusion automatically बन जाएगा. So you have these inputs given to you, right? This is how you can start. This is how you will end. That's already given to you. So you don't have to think about it too much. Okay? Title, Sankalp, more or less will be given to you only. My grandmother. Title is given. Just write it on top of your paragraph. That's all. है ना? All right. Okay, great. Next we have story writing. Now we're going to carry forward some of the same things to story writing that we had in descriptive paragraph as well, because stories also need to be descriptive. That's how they'll be interesting to read, है ना? So again, you need to follow the same tips. Use all your senses, keywords, add nice adjectives, explain everything in the best way possible. But another thing, story में क्या होता है? Story kind of ऐसे चलती है. You know क्या होता है? पहले आप context set करते हो कि कौन कौन है, characters कौन कौन आया, ठीक है? फिर build up होता है, build up होता है, build up होता है. इस पॉइंट पे क्या आता है आपका क्लाइमैक्स, विच इज व्हाट द मोस्ट इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग दैट हैपेंस इन द स्टोरी. ठीक है, तो आपके यहाँ पे कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रही होगी और वो प्रॉब्लम अपने पीक पे पहुंच जाएगी क्लाइमैक्स पे. ठीक है, या अगर कोई पूरे टाइम झूठ बोल रहा था तो क्लाइमैक्स में पता चल जाएगा सबको कि वो झूठ बोल रहा था. अगर किसी ने कुछ चोरी की है तो क्लाइमैक्स में पता चल जाएगा चोर कौन है. सो टर्निंग पॉइंट जो स्टोरी का होता है, सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट जो स्टोरी का होता है वो क्लाइमैक्स होता है. एंड देन धीरे धीरे आपका सारा कंक्लूजन होता है, या तो हैप्पीली एवर आफ्टर हो जाता है, या कोई किसी को छोड़ के लड़ाई करके कहीं पे चला जाता है, या कोई मर जाता है, बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. ठीक है, so anything can happen in a story, but you need to remember that it needs to follow basic principles. कि something has to happen, a build-up has to happen, a climax has to happen, and then you need to conclude that climax. That's how you know you've written a good story. ठीक है? And whatever is given to you in the question, try to stick to that theme, because a basic context, ये जो context है, has been set in the question itself. So try to stick to that question. See, if you're using a dialogue, it adds a level of complexity in your story, wherein you have to punctuate it correctly, and that is very confusing. He said, ये डाल रहे हो, अब एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क अंदर होना चाहिए कि कोट्स के बाहर होना चाहिए, कॉमा अंदर लगना चाहिए कि बाहर लगना चाहिए. There are 1,000 things that you'll have to keep in mind. So it's best to avoid, है ना? Keep it simple. Avoid, don't add dialogues. ठीक है? Because punctuation में बहुत confusion हो जाता है with dialogues. Okay? And so stick to the basic context that they've given to you in the question. Try to keep your story within those boundaries, but make it as interesting as possible in those boundaries. Okay? And the beginning that you write, and ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको कुछ स्टोरी लिखने के बाद आपको बोला कि किसी एक स्कूल जाते हुए बच्चे के बारे में स्टोरी लिखो और आपकी स्टोरी स्टार्ट हो रही है मार्स पे जहाँ पे एलियंस है. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता ना. If it's about a school going child on earth, your story cannot start in Mars. It can, some story can, but that will be a longer story where you'll have to connect everything eventually together. So instead of doing that, just stick, क्योंकि आपके पास एक word limit है, stick to what the question is saying and build a story around that. Okay? Priya, you can if the question gives you the space to do it. Like I said, the question must, the story you're writing must make sense according to the question context given to you. Okay? If you want to use idioms, you need to make sure you use them correctly. If you're going to make a mistake, then I would say avoid. Okay? Yes, Naitik, school tries to make you a writer. बाकी जिसको बनना होता है वो बन जाते हैं ना. All right, here's your example. So you are Poonam, you wanted to write a story but could not go beyond a line or two. Taking help from the hints given below, complete the story and supply a suitable title and moral to it. Now, the question itself, is telling you that you need to give a title and a moral. Okay? So make sure you add these things. Otherwise, your marks will get deducted. Okay? Yes, Trisha. You shouldn't learn an accent. Your accent will come normally. You learn the language. Accent आपका automatically, Indian accent is also an accent. Why do you want to fake an accent? है ना? जो normally निकलता है रुपिंदर वो use करो. All right. What's the context of our story over here? Mr. Vijay was a wealthy businessman. One day he was alone sitting at his dining table when? क्या हुआ? तो ये beginning आपको मिल गई है. मतलब कि शुरू में क्या हुआ है. Now you need to kind of figure out क्या होता है. Okay? So इस वाले के लिए I'll give you the story. Next वाले we'll create a story together also. Okay? So hints क्या है? Thief की entry होती है. Mr. Vijay thanked to give company in the evening, enjoyed food and drink, gave a purse full of silver and gold coins. Fortune change. Vijay became poor, living alone, no food and drink. Some man emerged, recognized the old thief, a bag full of money. Okay? So what's happening? Here we've given the title, The Fortunes of Kindness. Okay? Because moral हमारा is about kindness. ठीक है? Mr. Vijay was a wealthy businessman. One day he was alone sitting at his dining table when an unexpected guest, a thief, sneaked into his house. Rather than panicking, Mr. Vijay thanked the thief for giving him company during his solitude. Solitude क्या है? अकेलापन, when you're alone. वे टू सक्सेस फॉर्च्यून इज, कभी कभार आपने कहानियां सुनी है ना कि आपके कोई दूर के रिश्तेदार की डेथ हो गई और उन्होंने बहुत पैसे और जायदाद आपके नाम पे छोड़ दी, वो आपका फॉर्च्यून हो गया. ऑल द वेल्थ, ऑल द मनी दैट यू हैव, दैट्स अ फॉर्च्यून. ओके, सो सॉलिट्यूड मीन्स क्या? अकेलापन, व्हेन यू आर अलोन. Later in the evening, they shared food and drink, enjoying each other's company. Grateful for the kind gesture, the thief gave Mr. Vijay a purse full of silver and gold coins as a token of appreciation. Strangely, Mr. Vijay's fortune took a turn and he faced financial difficulties, becoming poor. Living alone and with no food or drink, his once lavish lifestyle was now a distant memory. Lavish क्या होता है? एक ऐसा लाइफस्टाइल जिसमें आपको देख के पता चल रहा है कि कितना खर्चा हो रहा होगा. रोज हम 5 स्टार होटल में खाना खाने जा रहे हैं, बहुत डिजाइनर कपड़े पहन रहे हैं. दैट्स अ लैविश लाइफस्टाइल. ओके, इन हिज डायर सर्कमस्टांसेस, मतलब बहुत ही सीरियस बैड सर्कमस्टांसेस, a man appeared at his doorstep. Mr. Vijay recognized him as the old thief. This time the thief had a bag full of money. He revealed that witnessing Mr. Vijay's kindness had transformed him, changed him. He had reformed his ways, sudhar gaya tha, and wanted to help the man who had shown him compassion. Compassion matlab kindness. Moral क्या हुआ फिर इसका? Kindness can change hearts and fortunes, making unexpected friends out of even unlikely situations. So who thought? Lavish अभी बताया मैंने meaning. Lavish means बहुत ही luxury वाला lifestyle where you're spending a lot on everything, okay, and you need a lot of money to support that kind of a lifestyle. Fortune means a lot of money, lot of wealth, lot of assets. Okay, so टाइटल दे दिया हमने, मॉरल दे दिया. मॉरल क्या है? काइंडनेस. अनलाइकली सिचुएशन क्यों थी? एक आदमी ने, अच्छे वाले आदमी ने चोर से दोस्ती की, चोर की तरफ कंपैशन दिखाया, तो इवेंचुअली चोर ने वापस सुधरने के बाद उस आदमी को हेल्प किया और कंपैशन दिखाया. ओके, दैट्स द स्टोरी. ऑलराइट, नाउ it's time for us to make a story together, so let's try and do that real quick. One Sunday afternoon, when not only your family but also the entire neighborhood was enjoying a nap, you felt as if something was burning. Write a story on what happened that afternoon in 150 to 200 words with a title and a moral. Now, I'm not saying we'll write the full thing together, but tell me the gist. What kind of story will you write when this happens? Okay, tell me. The burning stove is the title Hai has given. Tell me. Ah. Okay. So you're saying if they were sleeping in tents, then you need to know that, but neighborhoods में tents क्यों होंगे? है ना? So logically, when you're saying कि यहाँ पे one Sunday afternoon you're sleeping in your house, that doesn't mean you're sleeping in a tent, right? So what will you say? What could have happened? Yes, so gas leakage could have led to a fire. The day we touched death, that's a very interesting title, I must say. Short circuit could have happened somewhere. Blast in a pit. Okay, that will wake everyone up. See, everyone was enjoying a nap. So think about it. If a blast happened, everybody would have woken up, not just one person, right? So, story में क्या हुआ? Come on, someone tell me something interesting. Some place caught fire. ठीक है. Could be the reason for the fire. So what all do you have to establish? You have to establish that first everyone was sleeping, then you are the only one who smells something burning, then you find out the source, what is burning, where is it burning, then how do you put out the fire? Alright, and happy ending. Okay? This is how you can create your story. Yes, so first you say establish everyone is sleeping, then you sense that something is burning, you wake up, you get to the source of the whatever is burning, you figure out a way to solve that problem, which is you figure out a way to put out that fire either by calling the fire brigade or waking everybody up, something of that sort, and then you happy ending is nobody was harmed. Okay, everyone was free of danger. So how can we write a story? So the title I'm giving to the story is The Silent Hero. Okay, The Silent Hero. Although the titles that all of you came up with were also very nice. Some of them, the touched death one was very deep. Okay, so nice. Ooh, lucky Sujal has come up with something interesting. Great. Sunday, a place of... Alright. Okay. Yes, Trisha, but the word hero is actually a gender neutral word. You can use it for both men and women, so it's fine. But if you want to write heroine, that's also okay. So, one Sunday afternoon, while the entire neighborhood and my family lay submerged in the embrace of a tranquil nap, an unsettling sensation roused me from my own drowsiness. The air seemed heavy with an unusual scent, and my instincts flared as I detected a faint hint of burning. I ventured outside, and to my horror, I saw a thin wisp of smoke spiraling from the neighbor's rooftop. Panic surged through me, and my heart raced. Knowing the severity of the situation, I dashed towards their house, frantically knocking on their door. With each passing second, the scent grew stronger, and my urgency intensified. At last, the door opened, revealing a startled neighbor. I quickly explained the situation, and we rushed to the source of the smoke. A forgotten stovetop turned on in the kitchen. Swift action saved the day. The potential disaster was averted thanks to the unexpected vigilance that shook us from our peaceful slumber. As we watched the smoke dissipate, I realized that heroes can emerge in the most ordinary moments. The incident taught me that sometimes the difference between a catastrophe and a close call lies in a single person's awareness and willingness to act promptly. So black tiger scent generally is used for a nice smell. Generally, when we use scent, you will immediately imagine a nice smell. Okay, so you can use the word smell if you want to talk about a gas leakage or something burning. Okay. All right. So there were many tough words, but I think you will be able to figure them out. Catastrophe क्या होता है? Who will tell me? Here's the word. Catastrophe क्या होता है? Which is something you can use in a story like this. Promptly means एकदम quickly, swift action लिया. Yes, a catastrophe is a major disaster, a huge disaster, big problem. Okay? So, इधर क्या catastrophe हुई? In the story catastrophe, did it happen? Quickly. No, very good Manu. It did not happen. Why? Because of prompt action, swift action, heroic action that was taken by another person. And what is the moral? कि heroes don't have to come in Superman की चड्डी flying in the sky to save you, है ना? Heroes can be found anywhere. Any ordinary person can be a hero. What do you have to do to become a hero? Rise to the occasion, है ना? Rise to the occasion. Let me tell you something very similar as, happened in my house also. One time we left oil on the stove and it caught fire and no one realized until half my kitchen had caught fire. And it was the bravery of a friend of mine who actually went inside and turned off the gas, and then a lot of other people came together and we put out the fire, which, it could have been a catastrophe. It could have been a big disaster. The entire house could have caught fire had the first person not taken the initiative to go and turn off the gas, the second person not taken the initiative to put out the fire. So it just takes courage and quick thinking, prompt action, presence of mind, awareness, whatever it is. And like, but mostly what it takes is courage. Even in public, when a lot of times we see some kind of injustice happening, you see a lot of videos in the news these days where people don't want to help others around them because they're scared that they might get harmed as well, which is fair, right? But someone somewhere finds that courage within themselves and goes and takes a stand. So that is our hero. Anybody can be a hero. Yes, Lakshmi, we can say a tsunami is catastrophic. Indeed it is. What is happening in Himachal right now, if you've seen the news, that also can be described as catastrophic. Yeah, so we need to be really careful when it comes to things like fire, right? Okay, now let's move on to our third thing, which is what? Diary entry. And I think this is the easiest out of the three because it requires the least amount of effort. It literally just requires you to put down whatever you're thinking in your head. Ooh, Nitika, descriptive paragraph is already done, but nothing's lost. It's okay. You can go back and watch that part of the video. Okay, so see, I've said this a bunch of times, and I know diary entry is a part of your syllabus, but it is also something you should practice doing in your normal life. But in your normal life, you have a free hand. मतलब आपको अपनी डायरी में जो लिखना आप लिख सकते हो. Nobody is gonna come and tell you कि ये format गलत है. There's no right or wrong format when it comes to a diary entry. But for the purpose of your exam, we have standardized a few things. So what are those few things? You're just going to write the Dear Diary, first of all. That's something you've standardized. You're going to sign your name at the end. You can put the day, date and time. Okay, so day, date, time, Dear Diary, write whatever you have to, your name and signature. Okay, this is the more or less the format that has been standardized for the purpose of your exam. Okay, yeah, Papi, that's also with the advancement of technology, we should make good use of it. So writing it in your app is also a very good idea as long as you're doing it. Yes? And what are you going to write in your diary? Your diary is for your very personal feelings. So things that you might not share with other people, you tend to write in your diary. So same thing, you'll be given a prompt, a question, whatever it is, and you are going to share your feelings about that particular situation or event. And you're going to, yeah, see, but you don't be that informal that you're, using incorrect English or using slang. Don't do that. Because this is still for your exam, okay? So, अपनी diary में again, I'm giving you a free hand. I'm saying, जो लिखना है लिखो, वो आप ही पढ़ोगे और कोई तो पढ़ेगा नहीं, right? Unless you become someone so famous that it gets published in the future, you never know. It's happened with a lot of people. Can you give me an example of somebody's diary that we read in our syllabus also? Who's gonna tell me? Yes, not Annie, Anne Frank. Very good, Nandini. Yes, Anne Frank's diary. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a good book, but I'm talking about a real diary of a influential. I mean, see, so the thing with Anne Frank is what happened to her was extremely sad, and that was a part of history that we learn about and we feel really bad that it has happened, and the diary gives us a very personal account of a horrific thing that had happened in the world, right? And it makes us realize how strong, how, like a girl so young, maybe younger than some of you, your age, how normal her life was. And suddenly the turn that it took, the things that she had to face, and then unfortunately she had to die in a concentration camp. The fact that that happened to her, and reading a personal account, see, when somebody tells you about a horrific incident that happens, you might not feel it inside. You might not feel that empathy for what has happened because you don't understand it. But when you read a personal account of someone, you get to know the little details, you start relating to them as a person, you start feeling like you know who they are. And when you read about what happened to them, that's when you truly realize how horrific the Holocaust actually was, right? जब कोई हम अच्छी मूवी देखते हैं तब भी जब हम कैरेक्टर के साथ रिलेट करते हैं और उनके साथ कुछ बुरा होता है तो हमें भी बुरा लगता है. सेम थिंग when we're reading this, and the fact that it's true, it's 100% true. Anne Frank was a living actual person. This actually happened to her and happened to so many other Jews in the world. So similarly, if you read accounts of a lot of other people that have been through major disasters in the world, like a really big disaster that happened in our own country was the partition. And if you read people's accounts of what happened during the partition, some of you are from maybe Punjab, might have relatives who your dadi dada ya unke bhi dadi dada who might have told you about the kind of things they went through when that happened. So when you read it in your social studies textbook, it might not hit you as hard, but when you hear someone's personal account of what happened, that's when you realize what happened, you know. So your diary, what you aim to write in your diary, should be your earnest feelings, so that whoever reads it truly understands what you have been through. And obviously, आप कोई major disaster के बारे में नहीं लिख रहे हो. You're not writing about some horrific thing that you went through for the purpose of your exam. बहुत easy prompts आएंगे आपको, तो पर उनमें भी you're going to try and write it in a way that the other truly feels what you are feeling. ठीक है? Yes, Black Tiger, you cannot just write indirect speech. Manu, see, improving your writing skills is a process. It's not a one-day hack that I can give you. But just keep practicing. That's the one thing. The more you write, the better you will get. And reading also, because when you see what others have written, automatically you will learn to write better. Okay? All right, काफी ज्ञान हो गया, तो अब हम देख लेते हैं डायरी कैसे लिखते हैं. Here's your first example question. You visited an old home with your friends. What's an old home? Old age home भी होता है. Any of you have ever visited an old age home? No, Sonia, it's not necessary. Has your teacher asked you to do this? अगर आपके टीचर ने बोला है तो आप कर दो, but it's not necessary. Write your name. Your name is enough. You can basically sign your name at the end. हाँ, आप गए हो कभी ऐसे किसी आश्रम में? Yes, अच्छा है, जाना चाहिए. You know, you should volunteer in places like this, be it an orphanage or an old age home. तो क्या होता है old age home में? Old people, usually above 60, who don't have any family members to take care of them, they live there. वहाँ पे उनको सारी facilities दी जाती हैं. So you'll get your meals, you'll get things to do, activities, games, you'll get a room to sleep in, your basic, you'll have attendants to take care of your basic needs, and you'll have other people your age that you can talk to. So it can go two ways. Kuch old age homes, you know, people willingly go to. They want to go because they take a lot of money, and it's like living in some sort of a resort. You're paying a lot of money and you're living a good life. Some people choose to go there, but more often than not, it's a very sad reality that जब माँ बाप बूढ़े हो जाते हैं तो बहुत लोगों को उनका ध्यान नहीं रखना होता है, तो उनको ओल्ड एज होम में छोड़ आते हैं. So this can go two ways. It can be sad also, it can be a good experience also. Sad experience for those जो मजबूरी में वहाँ रह रहे हैं, जो वहाँ रहना नहीं चाहते लेकिन उनको रहना पड़ रहा है, and good experience for those who have paid a good amount of money to be there and they are enjoying that kind of life. Okay, so it can go either way. Okay, so now let's see what kind of hints are given to us, so we know what kind of a spin we need to give to our diary entry. Okay, so here is what's given. Old home, people mostly above 60. A residence, peaceful surroundings, spacious, good sanitation. Sanitation का मतलब क्या होता है? Quickly. Yes, cleanliness is maintained, hygiene is maintained. Yes, very good. Correct. So good sanitation, regular medical checkup, feeling of cooperation. means of creation, a home away from home. So what is the hints to the hints we get to know? Is this a positive or a negative experience in the old age home? It's a positive experience, है ना? It sounds like a positive experience. The place was really nice. There were a lot of facilities there. Sanitation was good, and it seemed like they were all having a good time over there. Why? Because of feeling of cooperation, है ना? It's a home away from home. Okay? A home away from home is not a negative sentence. A home away from home means कि एक और ऐसी जगह. See, we love our home so much, most of us, that हमारा और कहीं दिल नहीं लगता है. So even when you're traveling or if you go away, you know, a lot of you after your 12th, maybe you'll go to do college somewhere else and you'll have to move into a hostel or something, और आपको एक चीज़ होगी which is called homesickness. You'll start missing your home and you'll want to go back there because we all love our home so much. So home away from home is actually a positive thing because it's another place that feels as good as your own home. Okay? Spacious means बहुत space है, बहुत जगह है. Okay? Yes. Perfect. So what is the format? Format is very simple. Like I said, day, date, time लिख दो. Time of when you are writing the diary. Dear diary लिख दो. ठीक है? So this check, check and check. Okay? So you just need to remember the 5 different things that you're going to add. And that's all. Alright. So, what is written in our diary? Today was an enlightening day as my friends and I visited an old home for the elderly. What's an enlightening? What do you think enlightening means, or enlightenment? What do you think it means? जब हम बोलते हैं लॉर्ड बुद्धा को एनलाइटनमेंट हुई थी, तो does it mean he just became happy all of a sudden? Think about it a little bit. Yeah, what is the state of Manas? What is that state of being enlightened? What does being enlightened means? Yes, Tanush, very good. When you get some sort of knowledge about something. So when it came to Lord Buddha, it was knowledge about God, universe, okay. But here we are not talking about us level ka knowledge. Here we're just talking about some basic knowledge. So if I don't know about something and you come and give me information about it, I can say thank you for enlightening me on that topic I didn't know, right? So this is also another word in which we can use, in another way in which we can use a word, enlightened. So if I come and give you some sort of information that you did not know, you'll be like, oh wow, thank you for enlightening me, providing not. You got some knowledge. दिमाग की बत्ती जल गई, ऐसे याद करो, लाइट है ना इसमें, तो दिमाग की बत्ती जल गई और आपको कुछ समझ में आया. Okay? Right. So if the word limit is not given to you in your question, what 150 is going to be your mark. Don't go beyond 150. Okay? See, if your teacher has told you something specifically कि ये आपको करना है, तो आप अपनी टीचर की बात मानो, ठीक है? If they have said specifically, इस साइड पे ये लिखना है, उस साइड पे वो लिखना है, बॉक्स में डालो. Specifically बोला है तो मानो, specifically नहीं बोला तो this is enough. Okay? All right. So, enlightening day as my friends and I visited an old home for the elderly. The place was a serene abode. What is serene? Serene means peaceful. Very good, Manu. Yes, serene means peaceful. Abode means place where you live. Okay, serene abode means peaceful place where I live. Alright, for people mostly above 60 years, the residence was nestled in peaceful surroundings and it felt spacious yet cozy. The good sanitation and regular medical checkups ensured the well-being of the residents. What struck us most was the strong sense of cooperation and togetherness among the residents. It truly felt like a home away from home where laughter and stories echoed in every corner. The elderly residents shared their experiences and wisdom, creating an atmosphere of warmth and understanding. The visit has left a deep impression on me, reminding me of the importance of caring for our elderly and creating spaces where they can live with dignity and joy. Nestled means बहुत ही कंफर्टेबली वो एक जगह पे है, मीन्स लाइक इट्स अ परफेक्ट स्पॉट फॉर इट. तो नेसल्ड, जब हम बोलेंगे नेसल्ड इन पीसफुल सराउंडिंग्स, मतलब बहुत सारी पीसफुल सराउंडिंग्स है और उनके एकदम बीच में ये ओल्ड एज होम है. ठीक है. And you can see this is the amount of information that you can give here. You can also add something from your imagination because you've thought about it. You know, old people you've seen maybe वो chess खेल रहे होते हैं या कोई card game खेल रहे होते हैं, or they're playing checkers or something. So you can add those things also, that they're sitting and playing board games. Maybe they're reading books, they're discussing books. You know, some people are knitting. You can add all these details as you please. Cozy means जहाँ बहुत आराम से आपको बहुत आराम मिलता है, जिस जगह पे वो बहुत कोजी जगह है. ओके ओके. Here's number 2. Write a diary entry about the last book you read and how much you loved it. Now, for those of you who do not read, what are you going to do in this situation? Tell me. If the last book that you read was your textbook, what are you going to do? Echo. आपको पता है ना, पहाड़ में कोई चिल्लाता है अपना नाम. मैं अगर पहाड़ पे चढ़ के जोर के बोलूं अस्मिता, और फिर वापस मुझे सुनाई देता है अस्मिता अस्मिता अस्मिता, तो उसको echo बोलते हैं. So इसमें the way we use the word echoed means कि you can सेंस की अलग अलग जगह पे लोग अलग अलग चीजें कर रहे हैं बैठ के, और आपको वो सुनाई दे रहा है. Okay, great. So, if the last book you read was about the formula of maths, please don't write about that. Please write about some book you've read पहले, or if you cannot think of anything, use a story from your English textbook only. ठीक है? Last book I read was some book जिसकी story आपकी textbook में दी हुई है. Okay? No. Puppy, all this negotiation will not work in your exam. One big anda you will get. That's great, Astha. Very nice literature you're reading. That's great. Tanush read Angels and Demons. What about the Da Vinci Code? You haven't read that? Oh wow, you've read Abdul Kalam's autobiography. Okay, so whatever you've read, you need to write about it. Your thoughts about it. Okay? So here's an example. Again, I've given all the important information that I had to. Then I said, dear diary, I just finished reading the most captivating book. Captivating मतलब क्या? Something that captures your attention. Cap से capture है, cap से captivating है. तो ये याद कर लो. Captivating मतलब something that captures your attention. And I couldn't wait to share my thoughts with you. The book, titled A Journey Beyond Stars, took me on an incredible adventure through a world of imagination. The author's words painted vivid मतलब जो ऐसा लग रहा है इतना क्लियरली कि पढ़ के ऐसा लग रहा है कि आपको क्लियरली दिखाई दे रहा है अपने दिमाग में. विविड लैंडस्केप्स इन माई माइंड एंड आई फाउंड माई सेल्फ डीपली एनग्रॉस्ड इन द लाइव्स ऑफ द कैरेक्टर. एनग्रॉस्ड मतलब मैं कंप्लीटली खो गई. ओके. The protagonist Maya was so relatable, facing challenges that mirrored our own struggles. The storyline was filled with unexpected twists and heartwarming moments that made me laugh and shed a few tears. The way the author seamlessly blended emotions with the unfolding plot was truly remarkable. As I turned the last page, I felt a mix of satisfaction and longing for more. The book left a profound impact on me, reminding me of the power of storytelling. I'm grateful to have stumbled upon this literary gem, and I can't wait to explore more works by this talented author. Okay? So whatever you read, whatever impact it had on you, how it made you feel, what was in it, right? See, diary entry is the easiest out of the three because आपको अपने normal emotions डालने उसमें. Okay? Nothing crazy going on over here, and that is something you can honestly do. Honestly आपको जो feel हो रहा है आप लिख सकते हो. अब जैसे आप कभी कभार चैट में ट्रोल करने के लिए उल्टी सीधी चीजें लिख देते हो, अगर आप इसमें उल्टी सीधी चीजें लिख दोगे then you will not get marks. So that's your loss. You can, Papiya, if the now horror fans कहाँ से आ गए? You can write about ghosts if the prompt, the question is stating something specifically about ghosts. But if it's not saying anything about ghosts, then why will you write that in your diary? You need to follow the question. That's how you'll get marks, right? Okay, Neha, how did you feel after reading this book called Everything About India? How did the rest of you feel after reading the books that you read? Quickly tell me in one or two lines. Acha, all you pure horror fans, what have you read any good horror book recently? Profound मिष्टी मतलब बहुत ही deep impact है. Who is this genius reading Stephen Hawking's at this age? I am very impressed. If you understood it, then I'm very, very impressed. Yes, of course, Priya, you can write about Harry Potter. Why not? Absolutely. What kind of lessons did you learn from Harry Potter? You learn about the importance of friendship, about the how good will always overcome evil, all of these things. Engrossed आराध्या मतलब खो जाना किसी चीज में. Okay, Neha, yes, great. Then you will write this. You will write the different things that you learnt about India and why you feel proud to be an Indian. Another reason why all of us should feel proud to be an Indian is because our Chandrayaan 3 soft landed at a specific place in the moon where no other country has reached. So that's also something to be very proud of, right? Yes. Okay, Tanush, it kept you surprised. If all the facts are real, yes. Did it inculcate an interest to pursue physics in you? Okay. Yes, Demons Play. If you've read something about Egypt and about the pyramids, then why not? कितनी बारी engrossed का मतलब बताओ. Engrossed means when you get completely lost in something, you don't want to do anything else. If you're reading something, you're engrossed in it. कोई आपको बुला रहा है. नमन सुन लो, बात सुन लो, and you're not responding because you're so engrossed in your book. Okay, great. Okay, you read something called Check In, Check Out. I haven't read that. If it's a good horror book, I'll read it. Even I love horror. I don't get scared. If you get scared, don't read horror. वरना फिर रात को सो नहीं पाओगे अकेले, जाके अपने मम्मी पापा को तंग करोगे. Yeah, we're gonna have grammar classes too. ये तो पहली क्लास थी हमारी. Writing is all done, ठीक है? So, okay, after reading Wings of Fire, you got inspired by the life of Abdul Kalam ji a lot. Very, very good. Great. Abdul Kalam as a scientist, as somebody who struggled in his childhood to get education and reach where he is, as the president of India, all of this you can write about. My favorite books keep changing. Every book I read becomes my favorite. You read Swami Vivekananda's biography. That's very interesting. So what did you learn about him, his teachings? You can write that down in your diary entry. Mitali, there's no difference. See, journaling can be about anything. You can even write मेरा आज का schedule ये है in your journal, or you can write about आज मुझे ये सपना आया, ठीक है? But for the exam, diary entry will usually be something like the two examples that I have shown you. Okay? All right, I think we are hitting our time now. So we're all done for today. Protagonist is the main character in a story, Mishti. Antagonist is the main negative character. Protagonist will be your main, usually positive character. Okay? Perfect. Great. So, just a reminder for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like all the videos if they're helping you. I will be coming now regularly, so whatever doubts you have, you can bring them to me. I hope this session was helpful for you. Please do hit that like button if it was, and take care of your health, both physical health and this health also. And yes, congratulations to everybody for Chandrayaan 3 landing successfully. Black Tiger, yes, if you have the motivation, everything is possible. Lakshmi, you can only improve your reading skills by reading as much as you can. So keep reading, reading, reading. Okay. All right, I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Take care.